Coming up on UMass Sports Insider, UMass football has made its way to the big time, and with a new era now underway, we'll take a look back at the first glimpse for home fans in Foxborough. And as the college hockey season fast approaches, you'll get an introduction to the new face at the helm for the Mass Attack. Plus, we meet a new UMass coach who played a big role in the London Olympics this summer. Always going for the gold, UMass Sports Insider starts now.
Now, this is the UMass Sports Insider, brought to you by Coca-Cola.
It's official now. Gillette Stadium is in fact the beautiful new home for UMass football. The team played its home opener earlier this month in Foxborough, and coming up, we'll take you back for a glimpse at all the fun that took place surrounding the game. Hi there and welcome to UMass Sports Insider. I'm Josh Maurer, and coming up on the program, we'll take a look at two different forms of hockey, one played on a field and one played on the ice. But first, let's start with football, where Coach Molnar and company took a glimpse at their brand new home surroundings for the home opener at Gillette Stadium earlier this month. They rolled out some great new all-black uniforms and made some exciting plays. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights from UMass and Indiana.
Roberson from the shotgun. Second back in there, D'Angelo Roberts. Draw all the way up the middle. Double-digit yardage and more. Roberson into the secondary. Cuts to the back. 5. He's going to go in. Touchdown, Indiana.
Markin Michelle, wide receiver to the left. Stops, goes, fakes like he's going to block, then takes off down the sideline. Ken Wegson really airs it out right on the money.
Able to beat Ryan Williams on the coverage. Second down inside the red zone. It's a keeper. Wegson up the middle. He's going to go in, and UMass responds. Touchdown, Minutemens.
Just what they needed. What a shot in the arm.
Bolster in his blocker, and this is Roberson following the Bolster block, and he could tap dance his way. He'll go in for the touchdown. Was golden last week, 10 of 20 on third downs. Roberson with protection. Throws over the middle. Intercepted. Picked off by UMass. Kerry Bailey-Smith. Receivers confused at the bottom of the screen. Kaufman dropped the snap. Now he's in trouble. And he's thrown for a loss. Back at the 31-yard line, Ryan Dallaire. Kaufman throwing. Looking for the end zone. Man wide open. Touchdown, Indiana. Indiana. The Hoosiers looking good out of the gates here this year. Go to 2-0 with a 45-6 trouncing over UMass.
To get the full experience of Division I college football, you have to come out early and make a full day of it as a fan. Let's take a look back at what it was like for some of the UMass faithful who made their way out to Gillette for the home opener.
This is fun. It's awesome having the band walking around and breaking up and serenading everyone, and it's just a great atmosphere. It's a lot. I'm really glad we bought season tickets.
It was about 8:30 in the morning, and I said, well, if this is out in Amherst, I'd already be set up at the tailgating and all that. So no complaints. I like being here. And I've been here for Patriots games before and had a lot of fun, so I'm glad to kind of use my tailgating skills as best I can for UMass.
I think there's a lot more excitement now. The parking lots are filled earlier than they were before. The band's walking around. It does feel a lot better, a lot different.
Chips, dip, all sorts of stuff like that. You know, we're trying to upgrade the food a little bit too with this FBS thing. This is big time.
Can't wait to see it. Play with big boys now. Big boy football. That's what it's all about.
When else can you get into club seats at Gillette? You can't do it for the Patriots. I mean, the waiting list is probably 40 years long. So we have a chance to see some really competitive football, and in some ways I like college football as much as I like the pros. So getting to see your alma mater is a real treat.
When the plan was announced, to do it like this, it just made all the sense in the world. And it's efficient, it's smart, and I think it's the right way for us to go. Ever since I heard the announcement that they were moving up, I basically circled that and said we're going to get season tickets and come to these games, because it's basically like UMass should be a big state school, and now we're finally on that stage with like Indiana and Michigan and all those other schools. So it's fun.
Very happy to be here. Very happy to be involved with the program and as a season ticket holder and all of that. This is an exciting time for UMass and Massachusetts in general. I'm glad to see UMass compete with some of the big dogs and take our chances against Michigan and those other big schools, and hopefully establish ourselves and make a name for ourselves as the years come on.
As a matter of fact, I bought season tickets last year. Didn't even go to one game just to support them, to support the move to 1A.
This is really game one. We don't know what this is going to be like. The other two games that were here is not really indicative of what this could be. So we'll have to find out how this is going to play out over the next 3 or 4 years. So far, so good. The band's right there. I mean, this is pretty nice.
It's usually a 2-hour drive out to Amherst for me. So it's nice to just drive an hour, come here, be around all of this. It's great.
Freshman year, we were living in Grayson and Webster, and one of my friends was on his floor, and we just kind of got to talking.
I was playing guitar on my floor. She came over and said hi, and then 14 years later, we're at UMass football game celebrating our wedding anniversary. So.
5 years after, 14 years later, 5 years married, and we're still happily married, and just living the dream UMass style.
We were pumped. We've already bought all our tickets for all the games. It's just going to be a great season.
The next home game for UMass will be Saturday, September the 29th at 3:30. They'll host an Ohio team that beat Penn State in the season opening week. Well, as Coach Molnar's team began its preparations for the season, they went back to visit some area youngsters each week in a way of giving back to the community. Here's a look.
They have a new football coach this year. He was looking to get his players to kind of bond together, so to say, during the summer, and then also maybe do some outreach in the community. We broke the players down into 4 groups. There's roughly 60 players, so 15 at a time would come. So each group of UMass football players came probably about 4 or 5 times.
We come down every week as a group. Monday, Tuesday, we come down here just to hang out with the kids, be mentors to the kids that come here, all ages. And sometimes play basketball with them, help them with their homework, read with them, go outside, play games, just watch movies. Just being around them is just trying to be positive role models for them. My favorite part is probably playing knockout with the kids in basketball. The kids are very competitive. Like they get mad if they lose and they want to keep playing.
I'm a little bit faster than them, but this is actually a fun game. Yeah. And I had fun playing with the football players. It was very fun. I can't wait for next time so I can do it again.
That's awesome. One day, Harrison, he's not necessarily one of our athletes, so to say. He likes to be in the tech room, and he was in the gym kind of getting pounced around during a floor hockey game, so I pulled him out, put him in the tech room, and Quentin went in and they played on the computer, so it was kind of a really neat connection there.
Well, when I was interviewing him, his name is Q. He's like a really nice guy. He's not afraid to show who he is and like play with everyone, really.
Harrison was a little guy, 5th grade, kind of skinny guy. I thought he was gonna be shy. Interview with me and had more confidence in the interview than I did. We talked a little bit. He talked about how he plays soccer, and talked about some people in his family and stuff. We were just sharing thoughts and just kind of like comparing my life to his and everything like that.
They love having the football players here. They love the fact that they're football players. They're big. They're not quite sure sometimes who they really are and what UMass really is, but they know they're somebody and they're big and they're special. It was great actually for both sides to see these kids, some of them connect, and to think that I could go to college and that this guy came from the same type of home as I did or neighborhood as I did or looks a little bit like me. It's pretty powerful. You know, I was actually struck more by how much I thought it changed some of the UMass players, to be honest with you.
It's just a privilege, you know, it's to have someone look up to you, and because you chose the right path, so it's good to show the right way and give these kids some hope and let them know that anybody can be anything.
Well, like just like when they come and like ask us like how we're doing and just like play with us, like it like makes us like feel better, like we're still being like treated right and like cared.
It means a lot because I know as when I was young, just like having someone older to tell you like that you can make it and be successful in life, it's big and it means a lot. So just the fact that we out there helping these kids, I think it goes a long way.
As you can see, a great way for Coach Molnar and his team to get involved in the local community. It's time for us to step aside. We'll be back in just a couple of moments, and when we do, we'll meet one of the big play threats for the young Minutemen offense. And we'll take a look at a big welcome to the newest head coach on campus.
6.9 is a breakthrough. 6.9 is a physics lesson. 6.9 is the outer limits. 6.9 is an explosion. Uh-oh, he just got faster. Wait, how did you 6.9 is ounces, and that makes this the lightest ever.
The UMass license plate says it all.
You don't have to be a sports star. Any UMass fan can be a star with a UMass license plate.
Ride with UMass pride. Order your license plate at UMassAlumni.com. All proceeds benefit UMass.
You're watching the UMass Sports Insider.
In a season where UMass football's offense is comprised almost entirely of newcomers, one of the most experienced receivers is just a true sophomore who is already showing the ability to make some big plays downfield. Here's Hugh Zeitlin.
Early this season, UMass wide receiver Markin Michelle has made an impact. The sophomore's leading the team in receiving. He says the chance to face college football's top competition is very motivating.
Everybody's dream is to play D1 football. That's everybody's dream. Everybody who's an athlete, everybody who likes to compete, wants to play D1 football. You want to play against the best. So that's kind of like what we go through every day, what we think of every day. To beat the best, you got to beat the best.
Michelle was one of just a handful of true freshmen to play for UMass last season. Now he's had the opportunity to learn under his second coaching staff in as many seasons.
Can't really say it's been hard, but I can't say it's been easy either. These coaches make it easy to get along with them. They're real players, coaches. They kind of coach to our interests and also teach us the things and the fundamentals that we didn't know before to make us a greater team. Definitely with Coach Molnar, he's definitely putting his best foot forward, making sure we have everything we need before everything we want. And then he's making sure, like you see with new uniforms, he's making us look nice.
Something else that looks and sounds nice is saying you play for a FBS football team. Without switching schools, Michelle is getting that chance.
This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. This doesn't happen to very much people. So this is definitely a blessing from God, and that's why I'm so happy I came to UMass and I picked UMass, and it couldn't have got no better.
While Michelle is grateful, don't expect him to be awestruck by the competition.
I'm not really expecting too much too big. They put their pants on just like we put ours on. It's all football when it comes down to it. I'm excited to play in the MAC because I play against some of my friends from back home. So yeah, that's very personal to me. And just go out there, have fun, man. Just play football.
Of course, playing football in front of your fans makes the experience that much better. Michelle hopes he sees a packed house when the Minutemen return to Foxborough at the end of the month.
We need the support, and we've always had the support. And just as long as we keep on building, we're gonna keep on winning. That's basically how I see it.
Thank you, Hugh. It's time for us to switch gears. And believe it or not, the college hockey season is right around the corner. And after an extensive search this summer, Athletic Director John McCutcheon at UMass announced a new head coach to lead the Mass Attack into the season. Let's take a look back to the great welcome for Coach Mick.
It doesn't really feel like hockey weather, but this is a great day for UMass hockey, and we're glad that you could be here to share it with us. In John Micheletto, I think you'll find as you get to know him, a person of integrity, a person of character, a proven recruiter who's put together, I think, 3 top 15 classes during his time at Vermont, and a true educator. I gave him a little grief during the interview when I was looking through his materials that I think he's the only coach that I've ever seen include the word pedagogy in his materials. So after I looked it up and found out what it meant, I was pretty impressed. But we are very pleased that John is with us. At this point, I will turn the microphone over to Coach Mick, John Micheletto, the next coach of the UMass hockey team.
Now, let me first say how humbled I am to be sitting here today as the 13th head hockey coach at the University of Massachusetts. As any coach in the profession knows, you work really hard at honing your craft with the hope that one day you'll get an opportunity to become a head coach. When I started coaching in 1991, I could have never fathomed that my opportunity would come at such a highly regarded institution and hockey program as Massachusetts.
John Micheletto last hails from Vermont, where he served as associate head coach. In his tenure, the Catamounts made the conference jump to the Hockey East and made it all the way to the Frozen Four semifinals in 2009.
It was tough to see Coach Cahoon go because he's a very passionate individual, but I think as far as where our program needs to head, I think a change was good, and I think the guys are really excited about the start of the season.
It was a little nerve-wracking this whole summer, trying to figure out who our new coach was going to be, but Coach Micheletto came in and he's done a nice job so far. He seems really excited about his new job, and he seems like he has a lot to bring to the table for us, and so it's exciting for all of us.
He seems a lot more connected with the team. It seems like we can kind of relate to him. He's a younger guy, and he's just kind of really easy to talk to, but his direction is very stern, and he knows what he wants to do with the program, so everyone's really excited to see what he has in store for us.
We will play hard, we will play fast, we will create on offense because we commit to defense, we will be fun to watch, and we will be tough to play with. To my previous coaching mentors, Stan Moore, Dave Poulin, and Kevin Stedden, thank you for teaching me about the game, about building teams, and about being a good person. To my wife, you continue to push me to be a better man and still allow me to follow my childhood passions. Thank you. To our many fans, you have proven to be among the best in Hockey East. We need you, your support, and your involvement to continue more strongly now than ever. And lastly, to hockey players in North America and around the world, find Amherst, Massachusetts on your map, put a circle around it. This is the place to be. Go Minutemen.
We wish Coach Mick and his new staff best of luck as they begin training for the upcoming season. Well, it's time for us to break for just a few moments. Don't go away. When we come back, we'll meet a new UMass assistant coach who played a starring role for the U.S. in the Summer Olympic Games. Sounds cool, right? Stay tuned.
The UMass Hotel and Conference Center was voted the best hotel in Amherst. Situated on the beautiful University of Massachusetts campus, the UMass Hotel and Conference Center is where you stay to be in the heart of it all. With 116 contemporary guest rooms, free wireless internet, room service, 36 meeting rooms, free parking, and in walking distance to downtown Amherst, the UMass Hotel and Conference Center has it all.
6.9 is a breakthrough. 6.9 is a physics lesson. 6.9 is the outer limits. 6.9 is an explosion. Uh-oh, he just got faster. that makes this the lightest ever.
Book your wedding with award-winning UMass Catering. We can host, design, and plan your big event from full breakfasts, lunches, to elegant wedding receptions and dinners. UMass Catering can host events in one of our ballrooms that overlook campus, tented outdoors, or our own Renaissance house. The possibilities are endless. Let the culinary team at UMass Catering bring creative menus and exceptional service to your wedding day. Special rates for members of the UMass family and alumni.
You're watching the UMass Sports Insider.
In case you missed our season premiere and a great review of the entire process that the football program went through in its transition to the Bowl subdivision, you can check out that show online. Just head to UMassAthletics.com and check out our YouTube page. UMass Athletics on YouTube will have a complete version of each week's show this year, in addition to tons of game highlights and interviews. It's a terrific way to keep up with the Minutemen and Minutewomen teams. Welcome back. We already took a look at ice hockey here on the show, so let's now move to field hockey, where the Minutewomen team is off to a terrific start to the 2012 season. Their newest coach is an assistant who has experience playing at the highest level of the sport. Let's meet Shannon Taylor.
Shannon Taylor finished her final year at Syracuse, leading the nation in goals and points, hoping to make a case for the U.S. national team. She was given her shot in 2010, and this summer started in the London Olympic Games.
It was incredible. It was an unbelievable opportunity to be able to represent my country and, you know, reliving a dream and having a dream come true for something that I've worked hard for a very long time. And to be in that atmosphere and to see all the other athletes that were representing your country was just amazing.
Not only did Shannon play, but she scored one of the most important goals in U.S. field hockey history when she scored the game winner over heavy tournament favorite Argentina.
Being there was already a step for me, and I think being able to contribute to the team and, you know, coming off of that win was just an awesome feeling and overwhelming at the time. Like, I actually couldn't believe it, and to be able to walk away with that win was a step I thought we were going to go in the right direction, but we didn't come out the way we wanted to come out, but I'm just glad that, you know, I was able to get that win for us.
Shannon then had to think about her next step in her life post-Olympics, when an assistant coaching position became available at UMass.
It actually came onto my radar when I was looking through the nfhca.org website about jobs, because I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do after the Olympics, and I contacted Carla, and we were in interviewing process back and forth over the phone before leaving for the Olympics, but so we actually got in touch at the Summer League tournament in June before I left, and she let me know that I got the job, so that was exciting.
We just added Shannon. She just got back from the Olympics. I think adding anyone that is played at that level and it brings that level of knowledge to the team and to the staff, it's a bonus. So, you know, already the team has responded really well to her, and, you know, we're looking forward to, you know, what she's going to bring to the team.
I think once you get to the Olympics, you're there, and I think it's just a matter of being able to play hard for 70 minutes for like 7 games in a row. And that's the first thing, like, I've talked to the girls since being here, is to make sure you give everything you have every moment you step on the field, because they're coming, you know, on and off the field in different rotations, and it's just important for them to remember that I'm going to be on the field for 5 minutes, I need to give everything I have, and then when I come off I get a break. So you know that, you know, the person standing next to you is giving everything they have at the same time. So it kind of builds like a trust and, you know, a teamwork bond together on the field.
Thank you, Steve. It's our final break in the program coming up. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, it's lighter side time, and we'll find out what some of the most exciting things that the UMass athletes did over the summer were. Stay tuned.
You're watching the UMass Sports Insider.
Welcome back to UMass Sports Insider. It's time for our weekly lighter side. And as you know, most college students, they get to leave campus during the summer months and get to go elsewhere to enjoy things. But for an athlete normally, you have to stick around campus to begin training for the upcoming season. We got to wondering, and so we asked some of the UMass athletes, what's the most fun and exciting thing you did over the months of June, July, and August? Let's check it out. It's our weekly lighter side.
My strength coach over there, he had a barbecue at his house. I went over one time. Had some real good food, that was great.
Probably the team barbecues. Yeah, one every weekend. Really fun. We got together, barbecued for a couple hours, played some catch in the yard. It's pretty fun. We had a really competitive 5-on-5 soccer tournament, which was weird because we played football, but it got really intense. Like 5 hours of soccer. You win? I won everything. My team won everything.
I used to play soccer too. I played soccer for a long time, but I never participated in that.
Think you could beat these guys if you did play?
I think so.
Yep, we had barbecues. One kid actually, he cooked some squirrels that he caught. So they had squirrel legs, and I didn't try them. That wasn't my cup of tea, but they said they were good. So it got interesting over the summer though.
So I went down to Las Vegas for my birthday with one of my buddies, and we had a nice little suite. Went down to the strip and did the bachelor life. I didn't lose a lot of money. I came about even.
I went to Spain for a little over a week. We did a lot of touring, went to a lot of sites, and we went to the clubs. It was fun.
Did you have any problem with the language?
No, I speak Spanish, so I was a helper, so I helped translate it.
We were kind of on lockdown for most of the summer, but a couple weekends we were able to slip away and kind of do our own thing. So I went out to Boston with some of my buddies and hung out there and got to see where my friends were living.
I went clamming Cape Cod. That was pretty fun. It's kind of a tradition, family reunion. I think it's a pretty fun thing, especially, if you have a big family, you go down there with your relatives and you just spend the whole day down there and then get a big pot of clams and go home and cook them up.
My club soccer team made it to nationals again, and we lost to Dousting. We went to Chicago for it, but yeah, that was the funnest thing. I wasn't able to play because I was injured, but after our game, we went to the mall and did retail therapy after we lost.
I had a lot of fun when I went to Anthony Demon's house in Long Island. So we went to the beach together and just hung out, had a good time.
Now, I've heard he's a big dancer. Did he take you out to the clubs there or no?
Listen, he might be a big dancer, as in 6'7" dancer, but that doesn't mean he's a good dancer. That's his only move. Just got the little fist bump. That's it,
It was just relaxing because I had to come up here early. I didn't really have a summer, so as soon as I graduated, I had about a week and a half. So the funnest thing I did all summer was relax because now it's nothing but hard work.
Thank you very much for sharing, guys. Well, hey, that's it for our program. We'll have another brand new show coming up before the Ohio football game on September the 29th. Until then, I'm Josh Maurer. Have a great rest of your weekend, and thanks so much for watching.
The UMass Sports Insider, brought to you by Coca-Cola, Adidas, UMass Catering, the UMass Alumni Association, and UMassathletics.com.